Hi guys, welcome to the House of Gender. That was my little beat bop music that I picked up from one of the many locations that are free in the wide world of the interwebs. So today is about going to the dark side. Oh yeah, we go darker. Woo! So we're gonna give these a taste test. Exciting, I know. It's a good excuse to eat chocolate. Obviously not the whole bar. I have some restraint. Anywho, today's video for the House of Ginger is sponsored by the website www.celebrationsoflife magazine. They are all about breaking the taboo of death. It's not gory, it's not disgusting, it is natural, it is part of life. So, they are sponsoring this particular one as we go to the dark side in the happy chocolate world. Now, officially, these happy chocolate bars are not sponsoring me. If any chocolate people want to sponsor me in the future, totally open to that. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Be kind. The world needs it right now. I know I do. Also, it's going to be a little bit of a history lesson while we indulge our taste buds. Now, we're going to go 85, 72 second, and 70 next. Yes, I am prepared. I have a plate of paper towel in front of me. I have a pretty little fluttery napkin to wipe my mouth, and I have a water hanging by. So, let me make sure that my volume over here is down because that would be a surprise. So, lights all around. As you see, when you wear glasses, things reflect. So you're just going to have to enjoy the beautiful reflection and trust that my eyes are there. So, what has started out as a beverage has become a bunny, and it has hopped into our lives every holiday season. Yes, this beautiful thing called cocoa. Cacao is a plant. Lucky for us, it's a fruit. Oh, yeah. I learned this recently. So, chocolate is what is made from the bean. Cacao is what they call the plant. Aztecs apparently are our heroes in this case. And considering it happens to be celebrating Latino month, I'm happy to announce that I had this in my wardrobe, and I know in the beautiful Mexican culture, they and other cultures in South America have beautiful embroidery as well as some really nice jewelry. I went there. Unfortunately, my jewelry went a little missing the other day, but it's beautiful beaded work if you've ever seen it. So the Aztecs, yay, created what we understand as chocolate, but they started out with a bitter drink, which they brewed from the beans. So they would open up that cocoa pod, scrape out that mushy white stuff, and make the beans. Cook the beans, then make it a drink. So that was delightful. Now, this all happened back in ancient Mesoamerica, which is present-day Mexico. So we are happy to announce that chocolate is not far away. On the website, chocolate.org, kudos, that was brilliant, brilliant way to go. The Mayans had come through and used the chocolate as a drink of the gods. So the Mayan chocolate was a revered brew made of roasted and ground cocoa, or cacao, seeds mixed with chili, water, and cornmeal. They would create this, and then they would pour it back and forth and make a giant drink, bitter water, as it was called, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but Xocolatl. I'm assuming it's Mayan for chocolate. We can go that far. All right. Now, before we move up into the next era, we will start with our 70%. Now, as I stated, our website today is not sponsored by any of these chocolate bars, but I am open to that. Today's website is, however, sponsored by www.celebrationsoflifemagazine.com. All right. Ooh, okay. See, it's not too difficult, but for some reason for me, it is right now. So, I'm going to break off. Oy vey. Now, if my teeth get dark, I apologize ahead of schedule. It's going to get fun. Okay. So, this is the 70% cacao. Now, the other thing that we're going to learn as we go down the list of knowledge is that your ingredients are super important. So, 70% cacao ingredients. Where's my ingredients? Angled. There we go. So, you got chocolate, which is an ingredient, and then you have sugar. Then you have cocoa butter, and then you have soy lectin. And happily, there's some bourbon in here. Whew, good times. And vanilla beans. So, super important ingredients is chocolate. Less important is the sugar. You kind of want to avoid the sugar, but at this rate, in America, anything 35% is considered dark. So here we are. We're dark. And then you have the cocoa butter. So the first three ingredients minus the sugar. Ooh, so that's the first. We don't want. So we don't want the sugar, but we want the chocolate, we want the cocoa butter, we want the soy lectin. It just holds it all together basically and makes it a solid little piece of sugar chocolate bar. And then you got your vanilla, which is super important because there is a faux product of vanilla called vanillin. Nasty, bad for you. I mean, like all fake products are, but nonetheless, it's in there. And then the exciting little knowledge of bourbon. Now, where that visual aid is, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's on the ships, you know, the pirates. Yo, her, the pirate's life for me. Bourbon. Good times. So we're going to try 70% because it's seriously melting in my fingers right now. Nom, 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 nom. In respect for Asian cultures, I won't show you myself chewing with my mouth full. Now, there's a variety of flavors in chocolate. So, what am I tasting? So far to me, my palate is not that cleansed, so I'm going to say chocolate. I'm definitely tasting chocolate. I'm not tasting what we would consider a Hershey's chocolate bar. Not at all. It's a bitter chocolate bar, actually. Hershey's is a little bit. We're just so used to it, we don't realize. So if we go foreign chocolate, then we'll know. This is manufactured by Lindt, which is out of New Hampshire. Keep cool at 60 to 68 degrees, because we can see why. Boop, boop, boop. Getting dark. I have a wet wipe. So, not really sure that I'm tasting much in the realm of extreme, except the fact that it tastes like a good chocolate bar. So if I'm like, you know what, I'm in the mood for a chocolate bar, like I want that chocolate taste, I'm going for this one. Okay. Now, next up round is the 72% cacao, and by Ghirardelli. So, as we move up the knowledge ladder, after we are super thrilled that the Mesoamerica discovery of chocolate exists, we are happy to announce this beautiful creation was also known as a drink, but they did believe that chocolate was a gift from the god Quetzalcoatl. That is spelled Quetzalcoatl. So if you can pronounce that, super good. Personally, not able to. So I can make assumptions, but that would be bad. So this beautiful creation is from God. Oh yeah, I believe it because I really would, not know how to live without chocolate in my life. So then after it goes from Mexico, Aztec, Mayans, it migrates to Spain because of an explorer. Also can be found on chocolate.org. So, do some of your research. It's fun. And then when it got to Spain, they added sugar. So they were like, a little too bitter for moi. Give me some of that sugar. So sugar they did. And then when in 1615, the French king Louis X11, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So Louis VIII married Anne of Austria, daughter of Spanish King Philip III. So she brought some chocolates to celebrate the union to the royal court of France. Yeah, I said that right. So the French king Louis VI, 7, 8, French King Louis VIII in 1615 married Anne of Austria, which was daughter of Spanish King Philip III. You know these royals, they mix it up. So to celebrate that union, she brought samples of chocolate to the royal court in France. Oh, yes. Then chocolate became popular among the European aristocracy, and royals in the upper class consumed chocolate for its health benefits as well as its decadence. Now, when did we forget about its health benefits? When all these additives and preservatives came into our lives, I would have to imagine. So in 1828, the invention of the chocolate press revolutionized chocolate making, and this innovative device could squeeze the cocoa butter from the roasted cacao beans, leaving a fine cocoa powder behind. So cocoa powder, that's probably the healthiest cocoa powder. Now, what I got going here in my Ghirardelli with my flashlight phone, that's fun stuff, is unsweetened chocolate, sugar, second ingredient, cocoa butter, vanilla extract, soy lectin, may contain milk, and tree nuts. Now, may contain, we'll give them a pass because logistically, it's not really supposed to contain a dairy product, but I'm not allergic to dairy, but if you are, pay attention. It says may have milk. Also, for more information about our ingredients as sustainable sourcing, visit ghirardelli.com/sustainability. Everybody's so concerned about the rainforest these days. I get it. So, we got enough fires going on as it is. So the difference in the Ghirardelli bean to bar, it's got this cute little layout. I'm going to let you see it. Sorry, that was the flashlight of the phone. So we got the cute little bean pods, drinky things, swirls it around, grinds it up. So essentially, yes, this is the process from bean to process pod to making a smash. So there's like a smash up going on, literally. So those are like 2 wheels at the very bottom. That's 2 wheels grinding that delicious cocoa nibs to make a cocoa solution, which, thanks to our chocolate therapist, we will learn about shortly. Now, this is called Intense. Got to find the packaging, super helpful. You open it up. Oh, this is called Twilight Delight. Twilight Delight. So for all of you that are, keen on the Vampire Saga, that could be fun. I'm going to rip into it a little bit here because some reason I ain't got patience. All right, so we're all wrapped up, nowhere to go. Yeah, don't do that. Apparently that didn't work for me. Apparently you peel it You bop it, you twirl it, you sting it. I'm just flipping it because trying to get a bite is where I'm at. Now, woo, come on, happy corner, happy corner. So I'm taking a smaller chunk here, and we'll get a bigger bite in a minute. But this is the 72% character Twilight Delight. I'll roll around a little bit first. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Woo! Definitely more intense. Sorry, I wasn't flicking you off there on purpose. So definitely more intense. This requires another bite. Totally got a bigger one. Mm, mm, mm. Smoky, nutty, earthy. I mean, they do say there's as many flavors like wine. Buttery. Okay. So though this does taste different, brand wise and all, and it's only 2% different, there is a difference. So we're gonna go back. Flip it. Okay. So this one, chocolate Easter bunny, still tastes good. Chocolate Easter bunny. You know what I'm talking about. Definitely chocolate Easter bunny going on there. Compared to this one, where we are darker for sure. I think it's definitely, so this one I would describe as buttery and chocolate bunny. Pretty much. That's my competition there for that one. That's my words. I don't have enough words or the right words, but darker, definitely more intense. Doesn't hit you like the other one. Like the other one hits you, but it could be because my palate not so used to dark chocolate. Now the other bright side of chocolate, dark chocolate, anything 70% and above, is we are looking at some health benefits. Oh yes, so true. Look it up. Don't just take my word for it. There it is. So the higher the dark chocolate, aka 70% higher, 70% higher, you are going to get that straight from the bean bonus, which, what do they say about blueberries and like pomegranates and all those other little tasty fruity things? It's fruit. Let's not forget it's fruit. Yay. So it's on the pyramid scheme, which in theory is a scheme, but that's another story for another time. Don't have time. So on the joys of that, definitely 70% and higher, you are going to get those benefits that are called something. There is a word for it. You know what I'm talking about? What they call blueberries. What do they call them blueberries? You get and the akia berries and all that stuff from berries. So all that nutrients you get from berries, you get because the chocolate is fruit. Like a fruit berry, has the fruit benefits. Now, interestingly enough, there is a new type of chocolate. I know, who figures? But guess what? It is. I don't have examples, but there are pictures out there. It's called ruby chocolate. Ruby chocolate. No joke. Ruby chocolate. Say that 3 times. Is a type of chocolate that was created by a berry Calabaut. CallebauT. Sorry if I mispronounced. The variety was in development from 2004 and was released to the public in 2017. The chocolate type is made from the ruby cocoa bean, resulting in a distinct red color and a different flavor described as sweet yet sour. Wouldn't we describe a lot of things as sweet yet sour? Indeed we would. So that's a fascinating fact found on chocolate.org. So check that out. Now we move on to Uriba, South Florida, which, you know, it's all there. Exquisito chocolates. Exquisite chocolate. If you want to get real detrimental about how that's pronounced, but it's exquisito because it's the Spanish word. EXQUISITO chocolates. Okay? Yes. Translation, exquisite chocolates. EXQUISITO chocolates.com. No, they're not sponsoring this one either. But as you can see across the marquee, celebrationsoflife.magazine.com is, but you do need to type in the www to get to the website. Now, this cute little chocolate shop is in historic little Havana. I said that right because I know how to say Cuba too. So, this historic little Havana neighborhood in Miami puts out bean to bar. Like, she gets the beans, she lays them out in a pan. It's a beautiful, beautiful factor. You can see this on her website. It's really cool to look. That's why I wanted to share with you the website.com. Exquisitochocolate.com. So she gets the beans. She herself roasts the beans. She herself then hammers the beans. I swear, this would be super fun if I had the space to do it all out as a visual aid show. But in the near future, we'll take a field trip. Let's hope. Then roast the beans, pulls the beans out, separates the. I mean, it's a whole process. Mushes it up because you got to do the mushy thing. So basically, when she gets the beans, the white, meshy, fruity, pulpy stuff is not there, Avi. So that gets cooked off. And then she gets the beans. And then she creates bean to bar, literally right there in her shop. Fascinating. So what we know is dark chocolate should really only contain 2 ingredients. Her words. She's a beautiful chef, by the way. She's got really great visual aids. Only 2 ingredients, cacao, liquor, and sugar. Sometimes cocoa butter can be added to make the chocolate smoother. Dark chocolate does not, however, contain any milk products. If you are eating a 70% dark chocolate bar, it means that a 70% of the bar is comprised of pure cacao liquor. So when they mash it up, when you get your visual aids, I got my visual aids here. No. But on this bottom one here, when they mash it up, see that mashing? So they're taking those rollers and they're mashing it up, mashing up those beans, little nibs. That's what that's doing. So that 70% chocolate bar is comprised of pure cacao liquor, which is all that mushed up chocolate nibs. Which, while the remaining 30% is sugar, most of her dark chocolate bars range from 73 to 83. So for her, that's what she does. But the recommendation, 70% or higher. So logistically, though, if you want to be a truant about these things, you want to be like, this is this. Truant is not the right word, but you know, I'm getting there. Then it should not contain any dairy, which the Ghirardelli ingredients say they have. Oy vey. So we won't beat them over the head for that. We're nicer. When we're talking about chocolate, we're nice. Milk chocolate is, as the name indicates, a milk product. Fun fact. Can only be added to chocolate in the form of powder. If it's in liquid form, it would ruin the cacao liquor, causing it to clump and solidify, and therefore just ruin your milk chocolate bar. So, no. White chocolate is there's no cacao liquor. Nothing from cacao. So, it is comprised of the cocoa, butter, sugar, and milk powder. Now, I don't like white chocolate. I don't know what it is about the flavor that I don't like. I just don't like it. Now, given that the price of cocoa butter has increased over the years, many large manufacturers are using vegetable oil substitutes, meaning that sometimes there's actually no chocolate butter, chocolate liquor, chocolate period in the chocolate bar, which is a crime of passion in and of itself. So, CSI the back of your bars because, again, when you're dealing with certain details of ingredients, you want certain foods. You want to eat a chocolate bar. So, 70% cocoa, according to the ingredients, we are there. Okay? So you can see we got cocoa, we got sugar. So that's the only sad thing. It's like, as the list of ingredients go down, the first ingredient is the main ingredient. And then as they go down, that's the next main ingredient, the next main ingredient, da 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 da. On and on. So, yes, that was a weird one. It's like Kit Kat chocolate. Okay, so deliciousness is bound to be had. What do we got in here? We got chocolate. Go figure. Cocoa powder. Woohoo! Second ingredient. Cocoa butter. Third ingredient. Demerara sugar. Demerara sugar. I have no idea about. Haven't researched that. Bourbon. Woohoo! Again. And vanilla bean. Plural. So, there is something about the Lindt chocolate that's got bourbon in it. Apparently, that is a secret ingredient we have just stumbled across, fellow chocolate lovers. If we ate more chocolate, would we make love and not war? I think so. All right. So, Lindt does make a bar that goes up to 90. Can't imagine. That would be interesting. So, according to this, take a journey with excellence. Chocolate so rich and refined that it leads you to discover new territories of chocolate pleasure. I'm finding the chocolate pleasure in my mouth, so I don't know where else I would be finding chocolate pleasure. Let your mind travel. Okay. Not hard to do. As you explore layers of flavor. Well, as I said, butter, oaky, nutty, all these flavors exist. It's a matter of figuring out what you're tasting. Elegant textures. Well, there's nothing in this chocolate bar. It's just chocolate. And ingredients. So fine that they delight the connoisseur in you. Oh, yes. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Thank you very much for trying to delight the connoisseur in me. Now, once again, cute little packaging. Flip the lid. No, I have no fingernails to account for. We move on. I digress. I just rip right in, baby. Now, oh, you know what? You could, why bother? Just get into it. It's a chocolate bar. All right, so here we go. Naked. Mm. Mm-hmm. Woo! All right. I apologize. I seem to be smacking, but you know, when it's good to do stuff. Mm. Definitely stronger in the way of darkness. This is the dark side, people. We have crossed it. We have found it. We have explored it. All right, so we're gonna. I just keep getting this little oy vey. 70%. I'm put it on my tongue. I'm putting it on the tongue. Chocolate bunny. All right. Apparently, I like a bougie chocolate bunny. So, 72%. Just rip into it. Here we go. Put it on tongue. Buttermilk biscuit tastes real good. That's what this tastes like. When it's on your tongue, it's got your tongue texture going on. You know that thing called mouthfeel? That's what they come up with. That's how these fancy fast food places get you. It's that mouthfeel. It's that happy place. It's the extra added ingredients. So I'm going to say Twilight goes for buttermilk biscuit. So it's like a buttermilk biscuit loaded with butter in my mouth. Woo! Gotta take another drink. All right, here we go. Put it in your tongue. Mm, mm, mm. I'm going earthy. Maybe if I had some bourbon. Mm. Woo! Yeah. Let's see. Where do we find this? Let's try this again. Get it darker. Get it. Mm, mm. Found the tongue. This one's not doing anything for me. Nothing. Earthy's all I got. Okay, so 85% cacao. Maybe if I had some bourbon with this. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, read the ingredients ahead of time. So, fortunately, we're going to get some therapy from the chocolate therapist to get past this point. Julie Nygaard, that's Nygard, did a TED Talk, so you can look that up. And she wrote a book called The Chocolate Therapist. Oh, hallelujah. A user's guide to the extraordinary health benefits of chocolate. Yes, that is a sentence that is out there in the publishing world. In it, you will discover how to enjoy a little chocolate every day. For the benefits of health without gaining weight. See, we just got to keep it a little. She is a daily chocolate consumer herself. Now, again, discovery. Cocoa is a fruit. Oh, yay. Takes 2 or 3 of those pods to make a bar. There's a beautiful description down below. So little circles on the side. Pod. Then we blow off all the stuff and refine it, and then we conchi it, or aka smoosh it all together. So, circles of knowledge on the back. So, the fruit is the white pulpy mush, and we take that away when you heat the beans, so it melts off. And then the beans are roasted, and then this is where the chemical reactions start to happen. So, hallelujah for chemistry. So, if you are a chemist, Merry Christmas. This is a great field to be in. So, chemical reactions, pulling out those flavors of the beans and the cocoa butter. So, no sugar, just seeds of the fruit tree. Fruit tree. 2 important words to remember. Then they blow the shells off. And now you get the little nibbies, the little nibs, which is what they take out of the bean. It's the nib, cocoa nib, and there you are. Now, then they crush the nibs into a soupy, pulpy is not the right word. So, brown pudding, think cake batter, think brownie batter. You got it. Chocolate sauce. Okay. So, cocoa liquor, cocoa butter. That's the primary ingredients that should be in a high qualified chocolate bar. As we found out, it's chocolate, cocoa powder, cocoa butter, hence, yep, sugar or lack thereof is the 4th ingredient on this one. Hence, total different taste. Sunflower oil, sunflower oil or soy lectin is used to stabilize, aka hold it together, people. Hold it together. And real vanilla, which we've seen in all of these chocolate bars. Hallelujah. So, 70% or higher is where you're going with that. 1 ounce a day. So, these are 3.5 ounces. Ooh, so that's a good size. Hey! So, that's 3.5 ounces. So, you divvy that up, 3 and change, and you got your 1 ounce a day. This is, where is it? 3.5, same size. So, ta-da, divvy that out into 3 different sections. And then this one, also 3.5. Oh, so this one I would definitely say if you're going to make like some chocolate chip cookies, definitely a way to go. Now, so, pretty big. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 4 squares across, 8 squares in total. So about 2 squares a day. That's a good size of chocolate to enjoy, honestly. So, because it says 1 ounce a day is the way to play if you're going to play with the benefits of chocolate. So, 2 of these, pretty good size. Since these are 3.5 ounce chocolate bars. All right. Now, for funsies, intense orange. Oh. So they add flavors, of course. Sugar is the first flavor. Chocolate, almonds, orange preparation pieces, orange juice concentrate. Sugar is again listed. Lemon juice concentrate, pineapple fibers, pectin, natural flavor, cocoa butter, milk fat, soy lectin, natural and artificial flavors. I don't think I read vanilla. No, but dark chocolate contains cocoa solids 47% minimum. So like we said, in America, if you're going to be called dark chocolate, which this is a dark chocolate, you have to have 35% or more. So for the sake of keeping a chocolate bar together, I'll just keep that one together. Now, it's a good thing I have my little napkin here because I just made a few sprinkles of my happy chocolate bars. But again, I wanted to give a shout out to our sponsor, www, that's 3 W's, www.Celebrations of Life magazine. Check them out. They are a great magazine. They are taking away the taboo of death. We're all going to die someday. That is the sad part of life. However, we can choose how we live our legacies. We can choose the way we want to be buried anymore. We've got lots more choices nowadays. So also September, which is where we're at, September 2020 is when this is being filmed. September is Suicide Awareness Month. So let's be aware for those that might need some help. There are some great pointers on that website under grief, good grief. So there's some different pointers. And then also, really great article, it's how to write a eulogy. So at some point in our lives, this might be something we're called upon to do. Really great article in there by a nice lady that I happen to know through the grapevine of life and books. She's an author. Wrote a great article about eulogies. So highly recommend you check out our sponsor, www.celebrationsoflifemagazine.com. Thank you so much for them. Thank you so much for taking this time to be with us on the House of Ginger and exploring our dark side. Ooh, dark, 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 dark. Look at that. Fun stuff. Glowy. So that's 85% cacao we tried over here. Earthy. 72, not bad at all. 70, kind of had an Easter Bunny taste, but apparently, again, I don't like bougie Easter bunnies. But hey, that's not a problem in my world. Good stuff. Thanks again. Look forward to seeing you again soon. The House of Ginger. Da, 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 da. My music, it doesn't exist right now. It's all good. So, thehouseofginger.com, beautiful little website about ginger. Mwah. Hello. Check out our sponsors, and we look forward to future. Future's looking bright. Stress. Thank you again so much. Thanks for coming to the House of Ginger. Thanks for having this taste test with us. Always a good reason and a good excuse to have some sample. Very yummy.